The Bronco has already realized that we have the trailer connected, and so we get a notification that the blind spot and cross traffic alert are turned off. We'll hit our OK button and that goes away. Now, the Bronco does not have a tow mode like the F-150 and many other pickup trucks do. What we have is, if we go into features, we can go into towing. This is the first time that I've towed this trailer with this vehicle, so this should be pretty interesting. And you can go to connection checklist, which really doesn't do much for you other than goes through a checklist of, yes, I did couple the trailer, I made all the electrical connections, crossed the chains, there is no breakaway switch on the trailer, ensured the lamps are working properly, and I raised the jack, and we don't have chocks on our wheels, so we're good there. And then adjust our mirrors. So we are good to go, and we'll get this thing on the road. So you can get a look at the trailer we're going to be pulling today. The Aluma trailer is probably about 1,000 pounds with the box on it and the stuff that we have in it. Without it, I'm guessing it's probably about 750. And what we have on it is we have my Sherco 6 Days, which is probably about 220 pounds, and my wife's KX100, which is probably 180 pounds. And then we're going to be adding something new, which I will disclose to you guys later, because it's going to be something cool for my gravel road adventures. But like I said, you get a good look at the trailer. It's not a heavy trailer, although this ramp that elevates in the back is going to be a little bit of a windbreak. When we haul with the pickup truck, which is our normal haul vehicle, we're happy to get 12 to 13 miles a gallon. And I will consider that a win with the Bronco today if we manage that. I will tell you a story here in a little bit about when I towed with my FJ Cruiser, what a disappointment that was. So we're going to get on our way here shortly. I have a few objectives that I want to achieve today with the whole towing with the Bronco thing. And the first off is just to see how well it pulls the trailer and whether there are any ill manners, whether the trailer pushes the vehicle around. Some of that stuff you just don't know. The Aluma trailer is pretty light. It in itself is probably 750 pounds. 1,000 pounds is my box that I have added on it. And then the cargo that we're going to have on it is probably going to be maybe 1,000 pounds. So we're looking at between 1,800 and 2,300 pounds that we're going to be hauling today, which is well within the Bronco's capabilities of 3,500 pounds of their stated rating of weight that it can tow. The other objective primarily is to kind of track the gas mileage and see how it does. And I'm going to do that both on 4-lane, and then I'm going to take a longer route home, which is 2-lane, and we're going to see how we do. Now, my daily 2-lane drive, which is about 60 miles, I average about 18 miles to the gallon. So we'll see by comparison how it does. And you think you can predict how well a vehicle is going to do just by how it does without the trailer and how you think it'll do with the trailer. But the reality is, when I first got my FJ Cruiser, I did a very similar trip with it. The trailer was a bit heavier, but it only had a single bike on it, so it's pretty similar in the respects of weight and wind resistance with the ramp that goes up. That vehicle, normally it got like 18 to 20 miles a gallon without a load. Anytime you put a trailer on it, I found out it would drop to 6 miles to the gallon. I really could never figure out a reason for it, and it was very consistent with those results. Again, we'll see how we do today. This will be interesting. I'll be back with little observations if there are any, and about an hour and a half I'll be at my destination, but I'm still not going to show you what I'm getting because that's a surprise. First impressions, I'm about 35 miles into the drive, traveling at 70 miles an hour, and I want to say that the Bronco actually pulls this trailer very nicely. The trailer tracks really well. honestly, I wouldn't even know it was behind me if I didn't see it in my rearview mirror, which I can see actually quite well. The only one thing I want to comment on is watching the fuel gauge and the mileage. Not looking so good. I don't think we're going to beat single digits, but it's still not as bad as the FJ Cruiser. Traveling on I-80, I'm almost to the end of the first leg, and I'm 106 miles into the trip. Towing very nicely, pulls very well. I don't feel the need for power. The trailer's not pushing us around, so it's doing really good. And I have to announce that for the first time in the trip, I'm seeing double-digit miles per gallon. I don't know how long it'll last, but we're almost to the end of the first leg, so cross your fingers.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, a little update. The 2-lane test will have to wait because weather's turned to crap, and I don't feel like driving 3 hours in 2-lane this weather. So we'll just see how we do on the 4-lane. I'm in a driving rainstorm right now. Visibility's poor. The road's entirely covered with water. Traveling about 70 miles an hour, keeping up with the traffic. The Bronco's doing great. It's pulling the trailer fine. I did add another 400 pounds to the trailer with this bike that I just bought. And so far everything's going great, other than the fact that the weather is pretty stinky. There wasn't much to be had for further observations on the way home because the weather was so bad. I was concentrating more on the road and the weather conditions than I was actually on the review itself. The Bronco did well. The trailer did well. They both meshed quite well together. I think that's probably about the biggest trailer and about the most load that I would want to haul with the Bronco, to be honest. I was very pleased when I checked the mileage when I got back. This is the total mileage for the whole trip. 280 miles and 11.7 miles to gallon. It's pretty respectable considering that's about what I get with the pickup when I pull that same full trailer. So that's it for the mileage review. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the trail.